like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Hello and welcome. This is our fourth video on the Western Australian gun laws, and this is another article from Paul Fitzgerald, the State President of the Sporting Shooters Association of Western Australia. This is entitled Enough of the Overreach from Government, and it's published in the Farm Weekly on Thursday, January the 30th, 2025. Stop Labor's war on the weekend. Protect shooting, fishing and four-wheel driving. Western Australians have once again enjoyed the annual celebration of the Australia Day long weekend, and very soon will endure the blitz of the March state election advertising campaign. Friday last week, I joined the Nationals WA leader and leader of the opposition, Shane Love, MLA, at the ever-popular Hillary's Boat Harbour to announce the opposition's campaign against the war on the weekend being waged by the Cook Labor government with its ongoing legislative bans on fishing, four-wheel drive access and legal firearm use. In the coming weeks, I and other industry representatives will be speaking at a number of Liberal Party forums being held across the state as the Liberal leadership embraces a new approach to the growing chorus of disenfranchised outdoor enthusiasts. The election will see plenty of candidates vying for your vote and making any number of promises to effect change if elected. To be serious about change and the political weight needed to pull the government to heel, think long and hard about the boxes you will number on election day. As the community wakes up and joins the growing wave of people now seeking an alternative at both the state and federal level of politics, the biggest question we get asked is, how can I help? In coming weeks, the SSAA-WA and the WA Firearm Communities Alliance will update their websites and social media platforms with information to guide voters on election day. Candidates need help to get elected, and the most valuable tool you have, second to your vote, is your time. With a change to the way that the upper house is voted in, we will be providing straightforward and simple directions for firearms owners, fishermen and four-wheel drive enthusiasts to make sure your ballot paper is the way you want it to be. Much to the disgust of the inner city-centric Labor policy makers, the Cook Labor Government Cabinet refuses to accept the fact that the majority of hard-working Western Australians from the suburbs and in the regions love to hitch up their caravan or camper trailer and get outdoors to go fishing, camping, shooting and motorbike riding. Free tickets to the zoo and cheap train rides just don't cut it when the lure of a long weekend awaits, and every corner of the state is bursting with hungry travellers pumping cash, enjoying their toys and demanding services from local communities. Meanwhile, back in Perth, the Premier Roger Cook and his minions hold countless press conferences, backslapping each other with their grand visions of another walking bridge and proposed new entertainment zones. Here's a tip, Mr. Premier. We don't need walk bridges and we don't want them. The real voters, no longer frightened with lockdowns and checkpoints, just want you and your policy makers to get out of our life. If you look hard enough, you can see the real people motoring past your press conference on the banks of the Swan River with their tinny and the two kids, or gridlocked on your smart freeways with countless licenses on hand permitting them to camp, fish, ride or shoot. I don't profess to be an expert when it comes to election results, but I know this: the people of Western Australia have had enough of being told what is best for them and when they can do it. The overreach of legislation and a complete failure of the Labor government to care or listen to countless representative bodies across all sectors may well prove to be a bridge too far come Saturday, March the 8th. For 20 years I've been a representative in the health area, and I can attest that this lack of consultation with the left-wing parties such as the Labour Party is a feature of political life. It's just normal for them to use stooges and rubber stamps to have pretend consultations done. This happened with the Health Act, the DNA collection laws, when HIV positive people were really misused by the political operatives who led the so-called consultation. Positive people in Western Australia were expected to comment on the Health Act without even being given a copy of the complete document. This is not a recipe for success. Out and about in Western Australia, it seems that the Labour Party are very unpopular, so now is a good time to make some political change. Stop Labour's war on the weekend, protect shooting, fishing and four-wheel driving by putting the Freedom parties first and WA Labour and the Greens last. Make sure that you check out who is standing. A lot of these independent candidates are actually fake Greens, so you'll need to find out who they are, because once they get into Parliament, well, they are just going to vote for the Greens and the Labour Party. And as we know, parties like the Reason Party in Victoria were the reason why many of our human rights were removed during the very difficult time that was the lockdowns for the COVID response. The Sporting Shooters Association of Australia WA website is on the screen. Go there and get some information. Please like, share and subscribe. Check out our Facebook pages, which will be on the screen. Facebook say that they are supporting free speech, but that's just not true. The fact checking still exists, and their algorithm pushes Facebook pages down, and they restrict anyone but left-wing organisations. If you haven't listened to JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, his speech at the Munich conference, then make sure you do. His speech on human rights is something that everyone should listen to. So please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Share our content to help us with the algorithm. We appreciate everyone who watches our videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Please like, share, subscribe and comment.